So the new service we're offering is telemedicine. Telemedicine encompasses giving care just like you would in a face-to-face interaction, but through the media of the internet. So there will be a face-to-face interaction separated by screens, but we will still be establishing the same great care that we do within the four walls of our clinics, and we're rolling that out to DFW in Texas right now. The initial video consultation works just like a Skype or FaceTime would, essentially. Once you contact us through the website and have questions about what the next steps are for testosterone replacement therapy for you, you will be connected with one of our providers. We will schedule a time that's convenient for you, and then we'll be able to talk about the ins and outs. All the Q&A can happen then, so you have a great understanding of what is laying in front of you. So that first consultation is no charge, completely free to you. It's really just a fact-finding time, and then we can progress to the next steps, which would be making sure that you are a candidate for therapy. That'll involve labs and more detailed discussions. So regarding the required in-person visit, that's a one-time only visit, and that will have to happen before we can prescribe testosterone. Being that testosterone is a controlled substance from the DEA, this is one of the requirements to make sure that there's no fraud and we're making sure we're treating the right patients for the right reasons. So that will happen after you've been determined to be a candidate for therapy. So you won't have to come out to us in the clinic, no matter where you're coming from, until the point of prescription and actually starting therapy. That visit can happen in any of our 5 locations. So we're in Louisville, Frisco, Hurst, Flower Mound, and Prosper. After the in-person visit, you will have already been taught how to do injections. You will have a good, firm understanding of what to expect over the next few weeks, but we'll be keeping in touch with you every month at least via video conferencing still. So that telemedicine care takes over. You can have more frequent visits, but we will require monthly check-ins with the provider to make sure everything's on track. And depending on what's going on, you may have labs to discuss during that same time frame, but from then it becomes a remote management. So the blood draws, this is part of making sure that you're a candidate for therapy. What's required, and these are standards that are kind of pushed together from the guidelines from the Endocrine Society and what insurance recommends. Even though we won't be falling under that, we want to make sure that we're living up to the highest standard for ourselves and for you as a patient. So what we want to see is, of course, a person who is symptomatic from testosterone deficiency, and we want to prove that testosterone deficiency by taking the patient's blood on 2 separate occasions before 10 a.m. in the morning and in a fasting state. Now with our remote offering or with our telemedicine offering, you'll be able to do that locally for you, wherever that local is. If you're in the DFW area but too far of a drive time, then we can look at doing it in a lab that's closer to you, where you just get that drawn either on site or make the trips to come in if you're close enough. But if you're further away, say you're in Waco, say you're in Waxahachie, then we can have those done or drawn in your city and have those results fed into us the same way. So then we get all of those steps done before you come to see us in person. At this time, the service is only available in Texas. Again, because we're dealing with a controlled substance, there are a lot of rules that we have to follow within regard to where we can practice medicine and where we can prescribe the substance. So it will be eventually rolled out to the country, but for now it is in Texas only, so the limitations are within those state lines.